Are the Atlanta Falcons in the Myles Garrett sweepstakes? Can we see Myles Garrett in the black and red closer than we all anticipated? In this video, I'm going to break that down and tell you what are the big acquisitions that have me believing it's a little bit more possible than I first thought. Now you go ahead and ask me the question, do I think the Atlanta Falcons are going to get Myles Garrett? The answer to me is probably not. But it's not zero. The door was absolutely closed, shut, locked, double locked with the deadbolt on it. And now, right now, I would say the door is still closed, but the deadbolt is unlocked. And all the Atlanta Falcons need to do is twist the knob and pull the door open. Now, here's why. Here's what happened recently, what makes me believe Myles Garrett is somewhat available, and that's the fact that the Browns traded Amari Cooper. They're looking at this season and they're saying, hey, we are not as good as we anticipated. We thought we would be a playoff team. We are currently 1-5, and because of that, it may be time to think about the future. And what the future involves, getting draft capital and developing players for the future. They went out and got Deshaun Watson, and they tried to jumpstart the ability for them to be a good team, and that didn't work out. And so they're probably looking at everyone out there and saying, hey, maybe we need to build this correctly, and we need to start over. Because of that, we've seen the trade of Amari Cooper to the Bills. I think they got a 3rd rounder and maybe a 5th rounder or whatever. And when it comes to rebuilding, there's one large name on their roster that would put them that would give them a leg up in regards to rebuilding in the draft. And that's Myles Garrett. Now, I'm not saying he's been made available. There have not been rumors that come out and said Myles Garrett, it will be traded. But the strategy has changed for the Cleveland Browns. And here come the Atlanta Falcons. We all know what the Atlanta Falcons need. Me, another fan, they needed the same thing 5 years ago. They need the same thing now. They need the same thing 3 years ago. And they will probably need the same thing in the future. And that's pass rush. And instead of put the Band-Aid fix on the issue, Myles Garrett would solidify the Atlanta Falcons to have a not good, but exceptional pass rush in the future. He himself can wreck a game, and if you have him compared with anyone else, you have an elite pass rush. Imagine him and Matthew Judon. Now, will this happen? I don't know. I don't think so. Here's the reason why. Number one, the Falcons already gave up draft capital to get Matthew Judon. And in order to get Myles Garrett, you're probably going to have to give up a first. It's not a probably. You're most likely going to have to give up a first-round pick. Now, in my opinion, do I think Myles Garrett can and is better than a potential first-rounder? I think yes. What he has shown and proven today in the game, to me, warrants a first-round pick. But there are some players, there are some teams who find that it is more important to hold on to that first-round pick, especially if it's going to be in a top 10 or top 15. Now, the trajectory of the Atlanta Falcons right now looks like they're going to be picking 20 to 30. And I think Myles Garrett is worth that 20 to 30 round pick selection in the first round. So I would do it in a heartbeat. Say all this to say. But I don't think the Atlanta Falcons would do it in a heartbeat. Because not only do you have to give up draft capital, you have to pay this guy. And currently, the roster is a little bit tighter when it comes to salary cap. I think it would be a different situation if Michael Penix was starting and we were rolling off of his rookie contract. I think it would be a no-brainer then. But since we have Kirk Cousins, which is beneficial, I'm not saying get rid of Kirk Cousins because he has won us some games and his veteran status and his seniorship has helped the team win games. But if he wasn't there, then I would say they'd be more likely to do it. But since he's there, I think they're holding the brakes. But Myles Garrett on this team would make this team not only an exceptional playoff caliber team, but it will guarantee them. I hate to say guarantee, but it would pretty much solidify their chances of not even going to the NFC Championship, but winning the Super Bowl. So I say this to say, the Atlanta Falcons which they probably won't do. But I can imagine. If you have the ability to get Myles Garrett for a first-round pick, do it. It's just that simple. Now, will they do that? Like I said, the door is probably closed right now. It's unlocked, but probably closed. But I pose this question to the Atlanta Falcons and the Atlanta Falcons fans. Do we open that door, give up that first-round pick, pay Myles Garrett, and go into win now mode? I think we should. And just to get an example of a team that did that recently, the Rams, and they won a Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. But if you agree or disagree with me, please do me a favor. Leave a comment down below. Let me know. And if you want to see more videos like this, check this one out right here, where I talk about the impact a little bit more. And please do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. And like always, peace.